Time for part 2 of our curry challenge. Well, today we have an entrant from ASDA. We have this. ASDA's Just Essentials by ASDA chicken curry and rice. I say ASDA have gone for actually just keeping things basic for their ultra mega budget range of things, which is interesting because many other supermarkets have started to try to make things a bit less plain. They're trying to actually make it say actually it's okay to buy our budget range. They used to try to, I think, shame you into buying something more expensive, but hey, there you go. We'll have a quick look at the things that will either kill you or not kill you. We have 478 kilograms of energy. Kilograms? What? 478 kilocalories of energy. We have 13 grams of fats. We have 3.4 grams of saturates. We have 8.8 grams of sugars. And we have 1.4 grams of good old salt, which is going to get you in the end. Now, I'm not going to go through all the ingredients list. I'll just get it in focus, which it won't do, of course. Yeah, so we'll forget all the focusy bit and I'll take a photo, put it up maybe, or maybe not, I'll forget all about it. But looking at it, when we've got a load of rice, some water, some cooked chicken breast, 13%, some rapeseed oil, some tomatoes, semi-skimmed milk, blah, blah, blah. It all starts to come down to the same as we had with the last one. White pepper, garlic, ginger, fenugreek and chilies. It's, I think, the same recipe. It probably comes out of the same factory. So let's take a look. Put it the right way, for goodness sake. Oh, and very briefly, before we go any further, I need to make a bit of an apology. I've not been about for a good old month. After the last video, I came down with the old COVIDs. It came on quite slowly, actually. I've had COVID before. It was nothing to me before, a little bit of a cold and that was it. This time I was in bed for a long time and I lost my sense of taste and smell. Not good when you want to review things, but taste of things and smell of things. So that's why we've waited so long. So I was so sorry about that. But anyway, so now I'm back on my feet and feeling somewhat better. We're going to give this a go. So let's have a look at our cooking instructions. We say cooking, it is just warming something up. From frozen, 6 minutes. Peel back the lid, stir thoroughly, recover, cook on full power for a further 5 minutes. So that's what we're going to go do now. Let's take a look at the internal packaging. Let's open it all up, let's unbox it. And yeah, it's looking, from my memory, pretty much the same, although a different colour plastic, but practically the same. Well, we'll have a look, see what the bits of chicken look like, and then we'll weigh it out again and see where we go. This one should come up to, once again, the same as the last 400 grams, as it says just there. Right, let's get on with it then. We have it out now, and as you can see, their cost cutting requires them not to cut this plastic in any shape. It's a straight up and down jobby, making it as cheap as possible, I guess, for the machinery to do it. And I think there's many other ways in which they're keeping costs down, but things like printing and designing really I don't think factor into much, so they're choosing to make it look this way to give it whatever feeling they're trying to give it. So always remember that. They didn't put a divider in there, as far as I can tell so far. So the rice and the sauce are all just getting mushed together just as I was cooking it. It wasn't all mushed together like that, it's just as they've been cooking and bubbling away. It's all gone like that. So we'll do our best. So we'll get rid of that. Bring in our implements of science and we'll give this a go. off you come without making a mess. Jolly good. So, let's just take a look at it first. What have we got? Okay, yeah, the same sort of shaped bits of chicken, if you can see that. They look like chips, I think, as I pointed out before. That's British chips. And, yeah. This one seems a bit more oily. Maybe it's different, or maybe just batch by batch. It could make it different, or maybe my memory has been completely kerfuffled by the viruses that have dwelled in it for a while. It's a shame about that, really. It looks like there was a decent bit of the sauce on there. I wonder if that will reflect in the weighing that I just decided to do, because, well, no, it's something to do, isn't it? A bit of fun. Let's use this tear. Do you call it a tear button? I don't know why I call it a tear button. That's in my head from something from way back. If it's something different, you let me know. Whatever you call it, I just call it, I suppose, tear. I call it a reset button. But it's zeroed. Put my fingers on there, we can see that it is going up and down. That's good. That's what scales are supposed to do. And yeah, my finger's not calibrated, by the way, so don't think that was an accurate measurement. We're going to go for the bits of chicken first. So see if we can fish them all out. We've got to do this relatively quickly, otherwise the scales are just going to give up and they'll reset. Well, they'll just turn off, and that will scupper the whole operation. Come on, come on. Now, I'm not going to be able to be really particular with this. I'm not going to be able to scrape all of the sauce off. Am I really? Be fair with me. I'm just doing this for a bit of fun and a bit of interest. But you get the idea. You know, trying to get any excess that's going to just drip off to drip off. What are we up to now? 36 grams. This one's going to make a substantial increase to that. Good size one there. Not as long as the last ones, which actually I think could be quite nice. Because you don't really want long, well, I don't particularly want long pieces of chicken. I prefer to be being chunky. That's just me. Right, there's another bit. We're up to 50 grams. Any more for any more? No, I think there might be quite a bit of rice mixed in with that as well. So if it has, a tiny little bit there, if it has defrosted at some point, yeah, I hate to think that it has, but you never know. And some of this, it's all just mixed in together, or being loose, you never know. Right, that is almost, was that something? What's that? Tiniest bit of chicken. Let's be accurate, I added something of a gram. Right, we are done. That is all of the chicken. That is 52 grams of chicken. Okay, so we've got our 52. Let's go for the next bit. Reset, tear, zero, whatever. And we need to use a spoon now. Let's try and get all of this out there. And there's a lot of rice in there. Okay, it's going to upset our accuracy, but it's kind of, I mean, you know, what can we do? Living on the edge like this, you know, pushing the boundaries of science. You know, you got to, unfortunately, just roll with the punches. 99. I could probably squeeze a bit more out. Most of that's mixed in with rice. I'm going to say there's probably quite a bit of rice in there. So we're fudging the factors anyway. So let's just leave it with a fudge factor of 99. So that's 99. Obviously, we zeroed it with the chicken in there. So that is 99. Yep, 99 grams of just pure sauce. And it's going to have some bits of rice in there. So we can compare that to the other one at some point. But there we are. Alright, interesting. Now, let's do the same with our, why has it gone down to 98? Ooh. Anyway, let's go to dumping all this rice on top of it. So we're going to zero it. Blimey, I forgot to do that. Someone will be writing in letters. Also, by the way, if you feel that I'm doing this wrong, let me know in the comments. You think this is interesting? Let me know in the comments. If you feel like you'd like to have some more of this, hit the subscribe button, and all those sorts of things. And the like as well, the bells and all the things. You hit them wherever they are on the screen, because that actually tells the YouTube evil algorithms, sorry, very, very nice algorithms, to let more people know, more people like yourself that like the things that you like, to get them into watching some of these things, and that'll be just great fun for me, and hopefully for you as well, and hopefully for them, and everyone else. Right, let's give this a go. We're going to dump it all in. It's been zeroed. I'm trying to get this quicker. The last one was quite a long one. See if I can do this quicker. Because there's only so much you're going to tolerate watching someone putting microwave curries into a pot 3-4 times. Right, that's pretty much everything. What we got? 190. 193 after scraping all that off. 195, blimey. Right, so there we are. There we have it. 195 grams of rice. Cool. Right, well, let's have a bit of think about this. This is not going to be wasted, by the way. This is going to be my lunch for today. I'm also going to save some of everything, so a little bit of sauce, rice and chicken, and I'm going to put it in a pot, and then tomorrow my plan is to do the next and possibly the final curry, because I'm struggling to find them that are below £1. This one was 85p, he says, and I'll triple check that and put it on the screen if I was right, wrong or whatever. But because I want to compare them, because I think this is going to be quite mango-y, the same as the last one, so not very curry-like, but there we go. Right, let's give it a bit of a taste test then, which is a bit awkward for me because I have to reach around a camera and tripod and all the things that are in front of me. Right. Yeah. Okay. From everything I remember from before, this is exactly the same. Quite a bland sauce. Certainly wouldn't be unhappy with having this for a lunch during the day. I know, not particularly special day, just a bog standard ordinary day. For 80p, 85p. You got yourself a hot meal in the middle of the day. Or even at the end of the day, don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking this really. You know, if this is what you choose or need or want, or however you decide to do it, or why, for whatever reason, it's actually quite tasty. Is it what I call a curry? No, not a problem. If you've got some comments about these sort of things, please let me know. Stick them in the comments. Do you eat these? Do you like them? I know there are even, I personally think there are some more tastier microwavable curries out there, which of course, yes, I've had, absolutely. You know, and for speed, I totally see and totally understand why people like them. And sometimes I just like that. Bung it in the microwave, bung it in the oven, have it done, no messing around, barely any washing up, and job's done. Especially with the hectic, busy lives that we're all leading these days, I totally understand and get it. The chicken does what it needs to do, add a bit of texture, but of course there's no real chicken flavour to it. It's completely drowned out by the sauce, and the sauce is doing what it needs to do to the bland rice, giving it some flavour. It's all about that sauce. There's no heat. I mean, I have got quite high tolerance for heat, chili heat sort of thing, but I detect absolutely zero, not even a little tingle on my tongue. Yeah. It reminds me of the ball in the bag curries from the late 80s. My mother used to bring home, and I think probably served my dad off curries for life. Used to always have raisins in for some reason, and sultanas. I really don't know why. I've never come across that since. Oh well. Don't know. Well, I'm going to say. Any thoughts? Let me know. That's going to become my lunch. Well, there we go. That was the ASDA Just Essentials chicken curry and rice. We had 52 grams of chicken breast, 99 grams of sauce, and 195 grams of rice. Of course, that sauce was all mixed in with some rice, and the rice was mixed in with some sauce, but you get the idea. But combined, that is 346 grams. This should be 400 grams. I think we found out with the last one, it's certainly not, you know, close to it. Now, they could argue that water's evaporated and things like that, but if you're trying to stick to the actual calorific values and things like that, well, they're not going to be accurate if the weight's going to be off. That's just my thoughts. Please leave your thoughts in the commenty bits down below. And again, I invite you to like, subscribe, ding, all the things, just because, well, when I do see a comment or two, it really makes me really happy. Really, I do, honestly, it is really nice to get some feedback on these things, silliness and all sorts of things as they are, because I do this for a bit of a laugh, a bit of fun, a bit of a distraction from life sometimes. Wonderful. Right, we'll be on to our next curry, part of the curry chosen later, and yeah, so hopefully I'll see you there. Thanks very much. Goodbye.